Hey everybody, welcome back to another Stoneface Reactions. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we're here to watch more Bocchi the Rock. Last time was Enoshima Escar, where, at the end of summer vacation, Bocchi is utterly depressed and disappointed over the fact that none of the bandmates invited her out like a typical high schooler should, so they invited her to Enoshima Coast, out of pity to make memories. But their excursion leads to several mishaps and includes being hit on by strangers, losing more money to Ryu, being attacked by black kites, and developing several muscle aches the next day after climbing the long stairs to Enoshima Shrine. Despite this, Bocchi is having fun to the point where she wished she could go back the first day of summer. So, yeah, no, that sounds about right for most, day trips. I'm exhausted, but I had fun.
Well, it's more that, she didn't do anything for most of the summer. So,
Mhm. Yup, stayed at home. I remember doing that. So, let's see. So what do we got going into this one? I believe the episode is called After Dark.
well, I mean, we're going into our final three.
Hmm.
So, I mean, it's whatever you think the show could possibly be about in the last three.
I think last time we were talking about the possibility that they were going to do the school band arc for the school festival or something because they mentioned it, they showed it off, they've been building it up a little bit. It seems like the way it's going, right?
Well, specifically, you're the only one that brought that up. Point in
Yeah,
fact.
it it seems like a thing that could happen. So that's going to be on my mind moving in. It's like that totally has to happen, right? Unless they build something else up this episode. What about you? You got any thoughts?
Well, I mean, we do have a couple of comments if you'd like to look at those.
Sure thing. Let's take a look what everybody's saying. Tarian says, yes, it's comedy anime, but you'll regret yourself to thinking the girl is not serious at all for sure. And animation department, they're very serious for this. Every performance they make their way to 3D capture real performance with character traits in bandmate's mind. They proceed to the 3D model and then they retrace the 2D. That's why it's so accurate and looks like a real concert. Oh wow, okay, hell yeah. So they are being very, very accurate because they're just screen capping it. Very cool. I like it. I'm sorry, I said screen capping. That's not the right term for what
Yeah,
they're doing.
I was going to say that was kind of insulting if you think about all the work just being described.
Yeah, I know. Hey, I'm not an artist. Anyone who does art is literally magic to me. But M3 says, fun fact, Starry is based on a real club in Shimokizawa called Shelter. Yeah, no, this definitely seems like a nice little one-room bar kind of deal. I don't see why it wouldn't be unrealistic.
I mean, other than the fact that we already know that's actually not a one-room bar.
They got staff areas, but the public has exactly one area to be in, which has the stage, the open area, a couple tables, and the bar, and that's
Look,
it.
if I'm saying that I'm putting this on a public listing,
Hmm.
and I list it as one room, and I show up there, and there's multiple rooms, then you're not doing a good job as a listing agent, as a realtor.
Right, but as a visiting customer, it's like, hey, there's back rooms here. I'm allowed there, right? Those were important to mention.
So
Yeah, the
there's,
staff areas.
so you're not including the bathrooms as rooms?
No.
You do when you're selling a house. You
Right,
list
but
the
we're
number
not
of
selling a
bathrooms.
house, we're visiting the club.
Right, right, but you're also, they didn't say it was one room, you did. I'm clarifying your position on this matter.
Fine, fine. But, no matter how many rooms, it's still a fun place. So, Theta, you got any final comments?
Historically, it hasn't been a fun place for Bocchi all that much.
Hmm, I think fun might be relative for Bocchi at this point. Is
Welcome
it?
to the show, I guess?
Yeah. Welcome to the show. So, before we get started, let's go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and comment down below to feed that algorithm. Top of all that, if you want to watch more shows like this, unfiltered, uncensored, and uncut, it's also some early access stuff. You can check it out over on the Patreon. Just $5 a month, but ain't no pressure. It's all support the channel, just a little bit extra.
出演バンドが出れないってマジかよバンドの代わりはどうする
Up, and we're going straight to it. Bocchi being way cooler than usual.
I'm pretty sure you're in the imagination right now, Griff.
We sure are. I almost read that as like 2 in favor for the sweatshop, and I'm just like, hold up, what kind of school fair are they doing?
ダメだ。一致団結ってワードが出たところから記憶が。2組の出し物はメイド羊喫茶に決まりました。じゃあメイド服揃えないとだ。メイド
dress up and be social time.
女子全員ということは私も。
I guess at least Bocchi now has customer service
メイ
experience.
ド喫茶なら貢献できそうだけど。2名ご案内。
Yo, no, I would visit Hell Cafe.
危ない危ない。また意識が飛ぶところだった。それと文化祭2日目に行われる体育館ステージでの出し物の件ですが、やりたい人は生徒会室前のボックスにこの用紙を入れてください。個人の出し物、バンド。中学では結局1回もできなかった。
But only 2 of you go to the school.
でも妄想では1000回以上したし。
That's true.
盛り上がってるかい。
So, double guitar?
それに今ライブハウスでライブしてるし、私はバンドを遊びでやってるんじゃない。本クラスの誰かがライブとかしたら私惚れちゃうかも。
And Bocchi now has a plan.
なんで私生徒会室の前に
Disassociated all the way to the box.
バンド出演希望結束バンドって誰こんなの書いたの。この一人が。私は硬派なギタリストなんだ。ぶっ
No
たされてされ
comments.
たなんて煩悩分けせバンド活動に集中しろ。ほら煩悩が薄れて。
Oh, concussion.
先生、誰か倒れてるんですけど。
I mean, so yeah, I guess there's no problem bringing people from outside the school to perform during a school function.
I guess so, if they got the time. So, Theta, what's the biggest school event you ever participated in?
I mean, does it depend on what era of school it was?
Nah,
'Cause, I mean, I was in
anything at all.
I was in concert in a concert chorus. Did chorus performances in middle school. He was
Mhm.
elementary school. I was in plays, and then I did a mime act.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
But I think all told, the number of people in the audience for all of those things was probably the same number. Same number of people interested in seeing a middle school chorus as in seeing a elementary school play.
Mhm. Right, basically, the parents that show up.
Or the number of students forced to attend.
Let's see. I did band through middle school and high school, so I did plenty of like music at sporting events, football mostly, and then a whole bunch of swim meets for myself. So those are both like comparable in size, like at least a couple hundred people.
知らない天井だ。
I hit the strive of my introversion in high school, so, or I should say,
Oh yeah,
and near the end of middle school and the start of high school, so that's why I have nothing really for high school to say.
I was definitely hide under the bleachers or over in the bathroom guy.
いえ。どうしよう。北さんに言ったら絶対参加しようって盛り上がって目キラキラさせて話を進めてしまう。それはさ。
Yes, don't tell your band that you signed them up to perform.
私もう少し寝てからバイト行きますのでご心配なく。でも一人だと心細いんじゃ。大丈夫です。確か北さん今日はお友達と用事が。そうだけどあれならキャンセルを。大丈夫です。そう？じゃあ無理しないでね。
Oh, by the way, I saw the paper you had where you signed us all up for the band.
本当は出たいけど、まだライブもろくにしてないし、勇気が。でも、
I mean, also, yeah, Haven't talked about it to anyone yet.
Basically assaulted by how good they are.
I read it more as assaulted by the energy of it.
でもネクラが文化祭で活躍するって王道展開だし、私にもいける。お次は結束バンドのライブです。ドラムは下北沢高校の伊地知にじかちゃん。どうも。同じくベース山田亮さん。ペコリ。そしてリードギターの2組の後藤さん。そしてギターボーカルは5組の山形のわしきたんちゃんだ。ありがとうね。露骨な温度差。
Her imagination is just killing her again.
私には私にふさわしい場所があるってことで。店長さんおはようございます。
The trash.
Yeah, taking out the trash already.
迷ってるくらいなら出た方がいいと思うけどね。一生に一度の青春の舞台だし。
ですかね。
まあ私は高校6に行ってないから適当に言ってるけどね。
私は高校中退です。相談相手間違えた。あれ、お姉ちゃんとぼっちちゃんが話してる。珍しい。文化祭のことを憂いているんです。文化祭？
結束バンドで文化祭ステージ出るか迷ってんだってさ。
文化祭のステージ？いいじゃん出ようよ。
Some words just always sound funny to me.
ライブハウスとは違うよ。
ステージ？
にじこちゃん出たことあるんですか？うん、中学の時ね。私もある。マイナーな曲弾いて会場をツヤにしてやった。なんで誇らしげ？私も亮とは出たことないし。
I do love how proud Ryu is.
そうなんですか？結束バンド組んだの最近だし。私もオリジナル曲ここ以外でやりたい。こういうバンドがあるって知ってもらういい機会だよ。でも高校の文化祭って青春ロックで盛り上げないと退学なんじゃ。そんな拘束はないでしょ。とはいえぼっちの迷う気持ち
Next thing you know, they'll be dancing.
というか絶対ここより多い人数の
School principal has to come up. No dancing, no rock festivals.
決めることでもないよ。りょうさん、正直おつや状態だったライブたまに夢に見る。
強がりだったのかよ。
まあともかくぼっちちゃんの悔いが残んないのが一番だからさ。それは言えてますね。
I was literally just thinking that girl has not talked in 2 or 3 episodes.
文化祭ライブにじかちゃんもやりたいって言ってた。絶対気分いいんだろうな。私
Hey, that's another thing I get into with this show. Because I would also often bang my head into shit in middle school as a way of distracting myself from the thoughts I didn't want to think.
I did that by napping.
I
In the middle of everything.
sort of did that by napping, with my head against the school bus as we went across some really hard bumps and rocks on the road.
I guess a concussion is like a nap, yeah.
まさかあの後藤さんがバンドしてたなんて。サインもらっとけばよかった。目指すのはこっちの路線で行こう。悪くない。目指す道がはっきりして悩みも解消された。よかった。後藤さん。おはよう。おはようございます。体調はどう？昨日気になって保健室に戻ったらもう後藤さんいなくて。そうだったんですか。ごめんなさい。あとを出しておいたからね。文化祭の個人ステージ結束バンドで出場するのよね。
There we go.
もうすっごく楽しみ。保健室のゴミ箱に間違って入っちゃってた。
The return of the imaginary character,
文化祭ライブ頑張りましょう。
also in Picasso form.
Ah, there we go. Good Scream reference.
それでずっとこんな感じなんだ。てっきり出たいものだとばかり。
Oh, in good they have some coffins just laying
こ
around.
のままじゃ私人殺しだ。今からでも参加取りやめればいいじゃん。一旦出したら取り消せないと言われてしまって。でも明日話してみます。やっほー、ただ酒飲まして。
飲ませるか消えろ。
ちょっと君のお姉ちゃんツン激しすぎない？妹ちゃんは私がいると楽しいよね。帰ってください。そろそろお店始まるので。
Go figure that my favorite character would show up halfway through the show.
ぼっちちゃん、どうした？
I do love the literal cold shoulder, though.
私が勝手に申し込んでしまって。何？ライブするってこと？無理です。私にいつもの箱より多い人の前で、しかも学校での私を知ってる人の前でライブするのが怖くて。ぼっちちゃん、これあげる。この前のお返しに今日私のバンドライブすんの。よかったら見に来なよ。いいんですか？もちろん。はい、君たちもどうぞ。ありがとうございます。
Come see how good our band is so you can go into the depression spiral again.
いいよ、あげるあげる。いや、でも無理しないでくださ
I
い。
mean, she's already described what her playing to an audience is like. Often performative, in ways that they think are bad.
やるかバカ。
とにかく君たち安心しなさい。こう見えてもね、私インディーズでは結構人気バンドなんだよね。はい、コアなファン多めです。ってことでチケットノルマなんて余裕だし、物販でも稼いでるんだから。じゃあなんでいつも安酒ばっかり？それにシャワーもうちで借りてくし。
家賃払え。
この前の電車賃返してもらってない。
やっぱり金巻き上げてるじゃねえか。
これには深いわけが。泥酔状態でライブするから毎回機材ぶっ壊して全部その弁償に消えてるの。
自業自得じゃねえか。ぼっちちゃん、他にこいつから返してもらってないお金ある？
いや、お姉さんから。
Holding it up like a cat.
Yeah, just about to throw out the stray cat.
クズ
But
ども
then,
返すの遅くなってごめんなさいって言え。
遅くなってごめんなさい。いえ。野口先生、
っていうか禁酒しろよ。ライブ活動する前は全然飲んでなかったろ。体壊すぞ。
ああ、まあそんなことはどうでもいいじゃん。よし、みんな新宿にレッツゴー。あんな風になって本当にライブできるんですかね？宿泊のライブタダで行ける。
Now I think about is the fact that I actually do have an appointment to get my liver scanned. So, I don't drink though, so that's the difference.
I imagine without crippling alcoholism, it's gonna be a lot better.
You'd be surprised.
すごく良かったです。ありがとうございました。まだ会場にすらついてないでしょ。
Can't even handle the subway.
私のホーム、新宿フォルトです。さあ、入って入って。
Well, you know, Jared has some serious allegations against him when it regards to children, so...
確かにちょっと怖いけど、意外と大丈夫かも。ライブハウスはどこも一緒だ。素晴らしいライブをありがとうございました。だからまだ始まってないって。ちょっとでも成長したと思った私がバカでした。銀ちゃん、おはよう。
あ、
お姉ちゃんに会いたい。ついに伊地知先輩まで。
What's the ninja from One Punch Man?
店長の銀ちゃんね。
Speed of sound, supersonic.
やだ。
I literally thought that was him for a second.
私、吉田銀次郎37歳です。好きなジャンルはバンクロックよ。
見た目とのギャップに頭バグるよね。でも安心して、銀ちゃんは心が乙女なただのおっさんだか
おいヒロイ、
ら。
遅刻するなっていつも言ってるよな。
もうリハーサル終わっちゃいましたよ。ごめん。
もしかして結束バンドの人たちですか？
I literally thought that was her sister and the other girl from the bar.
私
Because they have the same art style sort of thing.
よろしくお願い
I
します。
know, right?
最近うちのヒロイ
I guess that's what happens when you kind of like abstract out characters a little bit.
キャラのバランス取れてるのかな。私、ワイザー、18歳までイギリスにいました。今、日本3年目、仲良くしてね。日本に来てバンドするなんて、ホーロック好きなんですか？No、コミケ参加したくて日本来たの。本当はアニソンコピーバンドしたいです。イライザはアニソンこそが日本
Have you ever heard of any song before?
バランス
Ironic, given, you know.
やめなさい。
Yeah.
お待たせしました。ありがとうございます。 お客さん多いですね。もう200人はいるね。お姉さん、こんな人気バンドだったんだ。あれ、そういえば
Doesn't quite feel like a 200 person crowd for this room, but you know, it's fine.
あんなところに座ってる。あれはライブハウスによくいる手前で盛り上がってるお前らとは違うんだぜ感を出すつぶりたい客。音を聞け、音を。リオ先輩、シクハックってどんなバンドなんですか？ジャンルはサイケデリックロック。
Sick hack.
1960年代に流行したジャンルでドラッグによる幻覚を音楽として体現化したもので。先輩ってこんな流暢に喋れたんですね。
I believe we found Ryu's interest.
早く聞きたいですね。うん、サイケデリックロックちょっと気になります。本当？じゃあ明日アルバム全部持ってくる。初心者は2枚目から聞くのがベスト。北ちゃん、気軽にそういうこと言わない方がいいよ。めんどくさいオタクが目キターンとさせちゃうから。
That's right. The experience of being in a crowd where everyone else is taller than you.
Never had it. I'm 6'1" and I got there early.
このバンドすごい。見失いそうになる変拍子を完璧に叩くドラム。感情的でそれでいてロジカルなギター。そして全てを支えるベースの音の壁。でも
Bocchi disassociation to the music.
お姉さんの圧倒的なカリスマ性。
No, I love the sound and visuals for this. This is great.
やっぱりバンドって最高にかっこいい。ぼっちちゃん、私のライブどうだった？
She's basically like the guy who was in the interview that made her go on
なんか
the life path that she's on
ライ
now.
ブ本当は良くなかった？
Right, it's a much more like approachable sort of level of celebrity for her.
So I paused in the middle of that because I saw an Attack on Titan reference in the foreground.
King
私
Cornelius.
って実はさ、高校まで教室の隅でじっとしているネクラちゃんだったんだよ。あ、やっぱわかる？陰キャ同士は惹かれ合うって本当なんだな。でもある時、自分の将来想像したら普通の人生すぎてつまんねーって絶望しちゃって、真逆の生き方してやろうと思ってロック始めたの。楽器屋でベース買うのもライブハウス行くのも
Today.
めっちゃ怖かったし、酒飲み始めたのも
So, the vision of Bocchi becoming a drunk shut-in was true.
初めて何かするって
That's where we're
どう
going.
やって怖いよ。
This is her
で
future.
もぼっちちゃんは路上でもストーリーでもライブできたじゃん。しかも先に頼らず。お姉さん、自分にもっと自信持って。
She wasn't fine. She managed to do it, was the point.
I love the motivation there, though. If you can't do it, cheat.
イエーイ、その意気だ。
壁の修繕費プラス10万加算しといたからね。
ぼっちちゃんとの連帯責任で。よーし、ライブ見てテンション上がったし、文化祭の瀬戸り決めちゃおう。北ちゃんによると一晩の持ち時間は15分だからだいたい3曲くらいかな。りょう先輩に分けちゃダメなんですか？ダメ。ぼっちちゃんにずっとお金返してなかったんだから少しは痛い目見るべき。行くよー。
Well, why doesn't she have money of her own? I mean, obviously she gave her money to Bocchi, but she's literally supposed to be the rich member of the group.
Because her personality is like our other character, she's stingy and likes to feed off of others.
ニジカ優しい、好き。ちょっとガチで感謝されると胸が痛むじゃん。もうたくさん食え。瀬戸りなら決めてある。え？文化祭出るかもって言われてからずっと考えてた。お、いいね。2曲目にはぼっちのギターソロ入れる。え？ぼっちの見せ場。行くよとぼっち2人の文化祭でしょ。
It is your school.
あ、で
Yeah, no, I mean, that's actually a good and thoughtful point.
攻めすぎな気も。いいじゃん、攻めの姿勢でいこうよ。滑っても4人いるし、痛みは4等分。え？りょう、みんなに同じトラウマ植え付けようとしてない？ギターソロ。
You think that's when they're gonna realize that she's Guitar Hero?
Gotta be, yeah.
後藤さん？後藤さん。
By they, I mean the school. Obviously, the band, I think, already knows.
私、後藤さんが文化祭ステージの申し込み用紙捨てたって分かってたの。でもわざと出したの。嘘ついて本当にごめんなさい。ありがとうございます。最初はどうしようって思ってたんですけど、今はちょっと楽しみっていうか、それも北さんが
Actually surprised they cut the first person out so soon.
だから感謝してます。
I think a long cut might have been better there.
加藤さん、私もっともっと練習頑張るから。だから文化祭ライブ絶対成功させましょうね。はい。私ね、どうしても後藤さんに文化祭ライブ出てほしかったんだ。だって後藤さんはりょう先輩、バイトの後私のギター練習見てもらえませんか？ぼっちに見てもらってるじゃん。後藤さんも自分の練習あるし、もっと練習して変わりたいんです。私も。
I suppose with like a personal solo, you do want to make sure that you get that in as tight as possible.
そういえば今日ぼっちちゃん一緒じゃないの？はい。後藤
I
さん
imagine she's psyching herself up or something.
She's buried herself in her room and done nothing for several days.
ぼっちちゃんが消えた。
Oh. Well, we got the cliffhanger for next time.
Well, I feel like this episode, there was the scene where she was rising out of the. I don't know what she was laying. It looked like a coffin, but I don't think.
She was in a coffin earlier, yeah.
Starry has a coffin just laying around, so it had to be representative of something else. But,
I think they just brought in a fake one.
But
It's Bocchi.
when
Bocchi's
she was
essential.
laying down there in the coffin thing, and rose out of it, she said basically 100% what she was feeling, which is not something she usually does. So I think that we're reaching a point where she's not coming out of her shell, obviously, but she's like able to say the things that she wasn't able to say before.
Right, she's actually saying what she is thinking and sharing that. Which I think like is what actually leads to the emotional moment at the end of this episode. It's like, oh, she realized that, wait a second, this actually made her very upset. I'm very sorry. I think that actually kind of wraps around.
Well, no, that was
now
the.
that like we put that element
I
together.
was just saying, it was the other girl that said that, but.
Let's see what we got next time.
Well, you're the math nerd, Griff. What does that mean?
2 decimals?
No, it said dodecimal.
Oh.
Dodecimal
No,
and duodecimal is not the same thing.
I'm looking at a different transcription. It says duodecimal.
They said dodecimal. D-O-D-A-smal.
I think there are multiple people translating that disagree with each other. And it's funny. So, duodecimal sunset next time.
Dodecimal.
But they can't possibly get to the festival next episode, right? Where are they going to end off on then, if not the festival?
They're already at the festival, Griff.
So then what does that mean that the last one is going to end off on?
Don't know.
Maybe it's the build-up for, like, getting more people to come see them, like, at the bar then. And maybe that'll be the penultimate.
Well,
Or the ultimate. The penultimate is next time.
Yeah, I was saying next episode is penultimate.
There we go, then. So, Theta, any further thoughts?
I mean, where do you see Bocchi at the end of the season?
I think I'll see Bocchi at the end of the season, at least, confident as a musician, if nowhere else, right? Like, I think the entire point of this arc is for her to be comfortable doing band stuff, even if her interpersonal skills are still kind of in the floor still.
So in my head, I'm equating this to other things. You don't see this becoming like a Watamote, but you don't also see this becoming like an Aizoken.
Right. I don't think we're going to swing hard to any extreme. I think she's going to make her baby step and be comfortable in the place that she is at least. And then we can still have conflict around her just trying to be more social in more circumstances. Having the one comfortable place for her to be outside of home is already a massive step.
Well, yeah, but I mean, these last 2 episodes have been showing that they're making school a comfortable place to be.
Yeah, so hey, maybe we're up to 3. We'll see how the school festival goes, I think, which I can't see it going poorly. Like, it's gotta go well. It's just gotta be a lot of anxiety beforehand.
You
Because
never know. It's anime of the
yeah,
year. What if they pull out shonen shit in the last episode?
in the last episode, Bocchi pulls out the Kamehameha ×2 in order to
Or,
defeat the school.
or last episode at the very end, she wakes back up and she's a kid, and it was all just a dream of what her future might be. And then she goes to her dad and she says, "Hey, Dad, can I borrow your guitar?"
Wait, I think I got one more question on that. They go all shonen bend. If Bocchi had to have a DBZ fighting style, who would it be the most like?
Okay, DBZ, so you're limiting it from all the other shows.
Yeah.
Let's see. Top of my head, based on everything I can remember. Oh god, I want to say Cell, but that wouldn't be right. Because I would say my first thought Cell, because Guitar Hero takes a sampling of all the other famous
Mhm.
songs and she plays it herself online. And so she's like a sampling of all these other famous things. But Cell has, you know, Cell is confident and Mochi is not confident. Well, you said
Right.
fighting styles.
Yeah,
So,
just style.
so she doesn't have to embody Cell's confidence, while
Yeah.
she can still have a sampling of every music style in her arsenal. Yeah, I'll go Cell.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's the image I want to get land off on with everybody. Bocchi in Cell cosplay, turning around and going, "Ah, how about a little warm up?" and then pulling out the guitar. So I think that's where we'll go ahead and end it off on Stone Face Reactions today, everybody. I'm Griffin, that's Theta, and we'll catch you next time. See ya around. Hey everybody, thanks for watching another Stone Face Reactions. If you have an idea of another video we could go ahead and watch, go ahead and put it in the comments down below and we'll add it to the wheel. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and let us know what you thought about this video and what parts you liked. And until then, we'll see you next time. Is this too goofy?